You were looking for something to kind of
Yes,
round
use
that
that like
out.
as a
And
crutch,
you use
and I did.
And a lot of times we do deal with stuff where we're in a relationship, we're dealing with hurt things. Now me, I used to get drunk.
Yeah. Not only that, I've already had experience like drinking and smoking reefer, and I tried snorting crack before, and I also not snorting cocaine before. Also, what you call a primo, roll a joint, put a little cocaine in there. I've already experienced all that before doing the crack.
Okay, so that. What was your when did you begin to use?
I was probably about 21 years old, and I used to know a guy who used to work at a corner store down the street from where my grandmother lived, and he used to always try to talk to me, and I would never give him the time of day, but he would always give me, I know you probably remember, he used to always give us,
I thought you were going to say a name.
he used to always give us free drinks and smoke weed and stuff with him, and just one time he was like, I was hanging out on a Friday, and he was like, well, what you about to do? And I'm like, well, what's up? He said, well, let's go over to a friend of mine's house. So I first started out by smoking primos, and that's when it started out being just a weekend thing. And then just this one week, I mean, you know, a couple times I went over, and they were sitting there, and they was smoking crack, and all I could remember was Richard Pryor's movie JoJo Dancer, where he smoked. And I used to sit there, and I was like, I ain't never trying that stuff. That ain't me. I ain't gonna never smoke that stuff. In here, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, and smoking primos just didn't do it that night. And I said, well, hey, I'm gonna try it, and that's what I did.
So yours escalated from one level to the next. You started yours because it triggered from hurt.
Right.
Okay. And mine's was, actually, I'll share this. I had already seen what it had done to Devonna, and what would make me even want to try? I think sometimes in your mind you think you're invincible. Oh, that will never happen to me.
Exactly.
And things like that. So, okay, so we do see a pattern like the wrong people, in the wrong place, wrong time, and covering up for something else.
Right.
Okay. Did you know going in that this drug was addicting?
Not at all.
I heard it, but no, I wouldn't believe that it would happen to me. Oh no, not me. That thing, I can control anything. Nothing's gonna control me.
Okay. While you were using, let's say a few months go by, did you ever think that you were addicted?
Nope, just kept wanting it, liked it, just like smoking a joint. Nope, I liked it, and I'm like, I'm not addicted to this. Just good, it's a nice high.
Okay. Did this addiction lead to other things?
Yes, it did.
Do y'all care to share? And we want to move on?
Oh yeah, I can share some of the things that led to where I was writing bad checks to Kroger's just to get money to buy crack. And then it got real good. I started going to all different Kroger's. Then I started writing checks off after account got closed. And then results have consequences after that. I did spend some time, a little bit.
Okay, but you know what? That comes with the territory.
Yes.
So.
Right.
There is consequences, whatever we do.
I can say with me that the consequences that came from me using was jail. I've been to jail several times due to my addiction. My children were involved at one time or another. I had to give my family members custody of my children because, you know, I just was not in a stable situation where I could take care of them. So, you know, right now, you know, that's something that I can say really woke me up, is when my kids start getting involved.
How far, if anybody want to share this so we can move on, how far did the addiction, let's go here, how far did or would you go to get high?
I went to a low level. I got got so caught up in that drug that I disgraced myself. You might as well say should have been a prostitute out there. But I went to dope man's house and have sex with a dope man for crack cocaine.
And I can say that I've done some things like that as well. I never stood on anybody's corner, but I've been in relationships where I was with big-time dope dealers. And me being in a relationship with them and having sex with them, that's what took care of my habit as well.
How did this addiction affect families?
It affected my family tremendously. I could say once because I have other family members that seeing what I had started, using, that they wanted to know what I was doing, and so they tried it. I have a couple family members that are still addicted to this day. It affected my children because they seen me high. They seen me go and being in situations that you would never imagine. It affected my family a lot.
And for me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, coming from the family perspective, it actually brought a lot of shame upon the family members, because you would have someone out there, for instance, one of my family members was actually given crack cocaine by another family member in order to get him hooked, so that they would actually have a supplier, because they was looking at him, oh, he work every day, he's making good money, here, sneak some in the joint, let him smoke it, and then he's going on some high, and then all of a sudden he's using it. So that brought a lot of shame, because you can imagine if someone's doing real good financially and everything, and then all of a sudden you're just starting to lose things, and people wondering what's going on, and the person's losing weight. You have children, and then the children you have, their classmates are talking about, man, I saw your uncle, your dad on the corner, and they was doing this or doing that. Is he a geek or something like that? And it brings a lot of shame to the family. It brings a lot of hurt and pain, because there are a lot of things that, as an addict, they do. They steal from your own family. So they're willing to take if you got it.
You said that another family member basically turned another family member on, and I was just like, wow. I mean, we see that Lisa shared, she went to a friend. She got turned on. Okay, we can see that, maybe. I mean, if it was a best friend, I'd be like, she ain't no best friend. But to see another that would be like me saying, okay, Britt, I want you to, she a teacher, and I know she got a nice check. I'm going to turn her on so I can get her check. That's my daughter.
Right?
It's
the addiction, though.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
Their mind is ticking like, where can I get money, or who got money? Who can I be with, to help supply this? I turn them on, they'll start liking it too, so we can keep getting high.
And we can use
when I
each
get
other
paid,
money.
we'll get high, then when she get paid, and it just keeps that cycle going.
I'm sitting up here about to, oh, geez, okay. And that, I mean, that's what's happening. I mean, this is reality. This is reality. Now that you're clean, how is your family relationship now?
I could say it's real well. Things are coming together. As far as my family trusts me more.
Did they start out like when you first, let's go back a little, when you first got yourself together? I mean, how many times did you go through it before you actually, if you can remember, how many times you could, did you try to get yourself together and failed at it until the final time that you actually got yourself together?
Several times.
Many times.
Over the 14 years that I got high, I cannot imagine how many times I've tried to quit.
Because sometimes some people would think, oh, they can quit if they want to.
can't
They
do it
just
by
out there
yourself.
because they want to do that. She's selfish, and she got these kids, and she don't care nothing about nobody. Is that what was in y'all's mind?
No,
Because
it's
that's what
hard.
the perception has been. Can we just be real? You'll see somebody and okay, like if I saw Devonna, because me and Devonna went to school together, and we were really, really tight. And when I found out and I saw that, I was angry with her. Because it's like you going through I thought she didn't have to do. Why would she do that? She had this, that, and this going for herself. She had her own car. And you know, back in the day in 86, 87, for a black chick to have a car going to school, we didn't have that. This one did. She was one of the first black families to live in Hilliard. Mama had the bomb job at the post office. She was not supposed to do this. Plus, she was my best friend. You ain't supposed to leave me. That's who I called on when I was getting in the fight. I'm going to get Devonna because she ain't let nobody mess with me. And then all of a sudden, she's gone. So I'm angry with her over the years. I loved her, but I'm angry because you don't got to do that. You can just stop. So that's how I felt, and that was my perception. And she could stop if she wanted to. But then as the years progressed, and as I came to know Christ, I had mercy then. So what I tried to do with Devonna is she did have kids. I tried to be there for her kids. Because I looked at it as, my friend's sick right now. She's not doing too good. As if somebody was physically sick. You know, I want to step in and I want to be there for kids. I want to see if I can put them in, I just want to spend time with them. I want to buy them something and things like that. I wanted to fill in till she got herself together because I always believed deep down in my heart, one day. And that's what, after I got over the mad, that's what I wanted to do for her. You know, and that's just...
It's hard getting off the...
That's possibility.
It's hard getting off
It
by
is.
yourself because even going to a detox center or something like that, those don't work. Well, it didn't work for me, my experience. A friend of mine took me to Mercy Hospital. It was a lock-in for 2 weeks. I was worse when I got out of that place because all I could think about was that they gave me some kind of pills to try to control you, but that didn't work. I was worse, and I just like went crazy when I got out. I just want to smoke.
The guy that I talked to, that the drug
You can't do it
dealer,
on
he
your own.
said that
Jesus Christ is the one delivers. He's the deliverer.
yes,
He
he
will
is.
deliver you out of everything.
Yes, he will.
Yes.
He shared that when you were talking about it made you worse. He shared that he watched somebody go through withdrawals, and not necessarily where this person wanted to get themselves clean. I'm thinking that it was like couldn't get the drug. He said he watched grown adults cry for it. Cry for it. And then he said in a matter of seconds they can change over. And he said growling and just everything. So I hope tonight, I hope that we all look at a person that may be struggling or on drugs and we look at it totally different in mercy. Because it could have been me. It could have been